My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire to Region Style. Kaleidoscope, Lava Rock, and Leafy Poultice. Of these in general, I prefer the Leafy Poultice. We could take either a lot of early normal fights, which that's what I'm leery about. These three would all be tier 1. These two would be tier 2. So those fights would be pretty tough. Probably forcing me to rest here, which then makes it really hard to take this elite. Yeah, I don't like that at all, especially considering none of these are reliably power up right now. Like, this is investment. Kaleidoscope can be investment, because sometimes it takes a lot of effort to make those cards worth playing. And then Leafy Poultice as well. Very random whether or not it gives you... It can take a strike out of your deck and give you 2 cards that don't deal immediate damage. It's entirely possible we could kill ourselves just by taking this line. So, no. But, if I'm taking the other one, right... The other one that snakes up here through the middle, hits the 3 upgrades. It does get a late shop. It does get 2 early question marks, I think it was. Yeah, 2 early question marks. So the real benefit of this line is that I'm not taking that much of a challenge. So I should be able to guarantee upgrades in pretty much each of the spots, and then just appropriately spend money on the way out. So this is an investment line. If I took this line, I think it'd be appropriate either to take Leafy Poultice or Lava Rock. Give me Lava Rock. I don't take it that often. If I can find a good excuse to rock that lava, let's rock that lava. Alrighty then. Show me Falling Star for the backline and just triple defend. I'll take it. Oh, there wasn't even triple defend left in the deck. Yeah, it would have been really hard to draw that then. Alright, show me any damage. Perfect, I know what to do with that. Spectrum Shift, Crush Under, Cosmic Indifference. I think... yeah, I think first decision I can take a Cosmic. Yeah, I'm taking the Cosmic, the Spectrum Shift rather. I'm taking an investment line. I can get the time to upgrade this and benefit from it, I'm sure. That Rend is going to be really good if I draw it in the same turn as a Falling Star. Or maybe I don't. It's possible too, I guess. Stardust, Patter, and Solar Strike. Give me a Patter. Usually don't take that early enough. I'm taking an investment line. Give me Spoils Map. Let's go. Three strikes would do it, and it does. Supermassive, Glow, and Glitter Stream. Supermassive is scaling damage with our Spectrum Shift in the deck. Gains 4 additional damage a turn as long as Spectrum Shift is out. And, actually, God forbid Spectrum Shift, I was about to say, gives me a card that generates other cards. Like, I was going to say Jack of all trades, but Entropy is also a really good example. I could have used Royal Gamble there, and I should have used Royal Gamble there. Oops. Transform a quest card into a different quest card? Oh, it became the Gambit. I see. Yeah, I'll use that this turn. Whatever. I'm wild like that. Oh, I desperately need 14 defense or I'm dead. Alright, real good. Glitter Stream, Celestial Might, and Resonance. I'm going to take Celestial Might off the back of the strength of having Patter. And then a colorless card here. Finesse. Just a little bit of free defense, please. Great draw to there. And... yeah, look, there's one thing that could have gone better, and that's better defense this turn. Nope, that's not that. $11 damage that turn, but thankfully I managed to get a boulder down on the field. So while I defend here, comfortably doing reasonable damage per turn. Enemy dead at the top. Orbit brought in War and Stardust. We are very easily capable of taking advantage of a Orbit. Warbane upgrades 2 cards. Hey, it hits Patter and Venerate. Not bad targets there. Oof. Ooh, this fight can be tough. I'm glad I'm not being debuffed this turn, I'll tell you that. Venerate's not necessary here, so... is it the third defend, or is it a strike? I think it's a third defend. Okay, I can solve the back line. Actually, I'll use Blessing of the Forge so that I can do it in fewer cards as well. Alright. 18 damage for the front line. Defend myself against the back. Take 6 damage. Not great, but does end the fight. Blessing the Forge into Kingly. Oh boy. Kingly, Glitter Stream, and Devastate. I have half a mind to take a second Glitter Stream. Just feeling really light on that defense. Wait, have I taken Glitter Stream yet? Oh, I didn't take the first Glitter Stream. Okay. I see. Very happy to take my first Glitter Stream there. Feel like I need more defense. I should probably rest here just in case. Hit this late shop. I mean, I kind of want to take Big Bang just so that I'm prepared for the possibility that we get a clone. And I'm also going to snap that colorless potion to help us out in this final fight. Orbit Glitter Stream, I think. Set ourselves up for the additional energy. And which means next turn's pretty bad. 2, vulnerability, and supermassive. Great, we've got lethal. Second supermassive, second patter, shining strike. I feel like second patter. Is that so wrong? And I'll take an additional hit on Celestial Might, I think, here. $30 incoming. We've got Big Bang, Secret Weapon. I don't need to use that this time. I'm actually going to use the Blessing of the Forge here. No, I'll use Colorless Spot first, actually. Nice. Then Blessing of the Forge. Glitter Stream. Celestial Might. Secret Weapon to pull basically anything, and then Venerate. So yeah, I'm taking a decent amount of damage this turn, but I should have just set up a pretty easy way towards lethal for us. Alright, enemy is no longer slippery. Ooh, yeah, I think Eternal Armor is a really good idea. Prowess into Falling Star, defend. Big Celestial Might. We take no damage that turn, and Glitterstream Patter. Both reliably available in the next turn. GG. No damage taken. Enemy dies before they even get to attack me again because of the boulder. Galactic Dust. For every 10 stars spent, gain 10 block. And Ripple Basin. If you played no attacks during your turn, gain 4 additional energy next turn. I mean, neither of those is especially good for us, to be fair. I'm happy to take Dying Star here as both AoE and defense, and some stars towards our Galactic Dust. Oh, Sealed Throne. Interesting. I could use stars. Sealed Throne is no longer innate, but it is 0 energy. 0 energy, 3 stars. Whenever you play a card, gain a star. Empty Cage would just be cut 2 strikes. Runic Pyramid would be okay. I'd have to get a lot more ability to generate resources, because otherwise I'm just going to flood out my hand with low value cards. I'm going to take Sealed Throne to try and benefit from Galactic Dust. Take a Coward's Path up here to the midline, and then grab my money, and perfect. I think by then we will have some good payoffs for this star situation. Oh, hell yeah, Dying Star. Falling Star, Production Strike and Kill. I mean, yeah, I'll still go for a second Spectrum Shift. It's really good scaling still for us. Yeah, I need more help removing cards because I'm not doing it at shops at the moment. Yeah, I really need that backliner down this turn. Going to be looking at an attack potion to try and help me out with that. 7 stars, nice. Thank you. Charge, Summon Forth, and Crush Under. Crush Under is additional AoE support in a deck that definitely lacks that at the moment. Charge gives us the ability to destroy Normality and Spoils map of the draw pile, which is okay, but we don't have enough draw to really support that, I think. And Summon Forth is just bring back our Blade, which wouldn't have mattered, except we do have a big bang, so I'm gonna elect to take none of those because I feel like they're gonna feel like bloat in this deck in the near future. And I'm definitely gonna transform a card here rather than take 2 damage every time I play one of my attacks. Seeking Edge. Yeah, I can take that. There's a shop. I'm not even guaranteed to fight an enemy before I next get to the shop. So I'll take these 2 Foul Potions with me. I want Big Bang upgraded for immediate impact in combat. Give you as much HP as you need to give me the Polymus Core. Strike dummy, cards containing strike, deal 3 additional damage. Then I want Spectrum Shift load in cost again. Blood Vial, goddamn, I can't stop getting relics here. I do want Begone, and there's a couple of colorless, like Astral Pulse. Yeah. Astral Pulse, Cloak of Stars, and Begone. I'm interested in each of. So Begone gives us a minion strike, and that minion strike is also increased by Strike Dummy. But it also gives us some potential to negate normality as well as try and deal with the Withers next floor. Astral Pulse supplements our AoE. No, it's Begone and Cloak of Stars here. No fights before we got to the shop. Oh my god, that money's gonna go far. Membership card. When I had 976 gold, then I will take a Sparkling Rouge, start about third turn, gain a strength in the dex. I'll also take Akabeko at the start of each combat, gain 8 vigor. I'll also cut the normality from the deck. I also want Terraforming and Volley. Terraforming for 7 vigor and Volley X cost. Deal 10 damage to random enemy X times. I feel like I'm gonna be able to utilize that, especially with the vigor. And then finally Mayhem. At the start of your turn, play the top card of your draw pile. I think that's just extra value for us. I think the worst case scenario, it plays a card out of turn like Volley, but it'll be better to play that than not play that. I think Hegemony could also be a solution towards some of our energy problems. And I'm open to taking it. Do I think Orbit comes with us too? No. Hit him with the Celestial Might and Hegemony. Orbit, Falling Star, Sovereign Blade, and then just Patter. Drop a defend, another defend. Ease. This turn is your triple attack. I can't do too much about that. Missed the mute button. Alright, we're okay now. 33, 39. Oh, that's... It was out of range, but thank you, Orbit, for covering us. Another big sneeze. And Permafrost. 7 block the first time we play a power card each combat, as well as a strength potion. Royal Gamble, no need for that. Rest in anticipation of the boss fight here, because we took a little bit more damage to the Dorito than I wanted, but shouldn't be too much of an issue. Make him vulnerable, and then hit him with 33 damage. Ugh. Mayhem, Frantic, and then can't play Dying Star. Can't save myself all the HP that Dying Star would have. Hey, Spectrum Shift from the top deck. Nice. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, that sucks. Is there any possible survival, or am I just definitely dead? I think I'm just definitely dead. I'll dig for the possibility, but... Yep, that's it. That's dead. Rude. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. Prism. Should I? Like, I dodge all elites on the second floor if I don't have access to enough AoE. Should I be doing the same thing if more of my deck is skills than attacks? Probably going to roll the bones here if I had to guess. Ooh. Three elite, 3 upgrade. Whatever gives me the power to take that line. Kaleidoscope, 2 card rewards from other characters. Lethality, I think that could be pretty good. Lethality and Reap. I just take 2 cards from Ironclad. I'm Ironclad. I could also just go Snakebite here. That's pretty funny. What would Regent have, right, that would ask him to go Snakebite? Is that ever a really good idea for Regent specifically? There's nothing that makes it uniquely good for Regent or anything like that that I can think of. I guess decisions, maybe. Yeah, not really. I think Taunt is also really good. A source of vulnerability that is not an attack means that I can set up the vulnerability and then use it with lethality. But I also do just think one big Reaper, just drop it on the target. And then, yeah, Salesman upgrades a strike and a defend for us. Yeah, like a lot of the time, we're going to have turns like this, because I know the next turn has to get Falling Star, and I know that I've got Reap in hand, so just drop 40 on you. Let's take a Crush Under as an AoE solution. Well, damage to the backline is available with 2 strikes next turn. Even better if I have some AoE, and then crush him. Radiate, Reflect. Let's take Reflect. Start working on consistent block. Oh. Prophesize, Kingly Kick, and Guiding Star. I think Kingly Kick is also a really good card for a longer term fight with lethality there. Can't just have one attack cycling through that deck. Sick. Know thy place, Conqueror. Now, Conqueror is a multiplier on top of a multiplier from lethality. I think I have to take that. I literally don't. I think I don't get to ignore that because it's a multiplier on a multiplier, and those are good. Those are really good. Thank you for saving me 9 health this turn. I think that's pretty important. I'll take 4 damage this turn to confirm the kill next. Glow, Hidden Cache, Cloak of Stars. I'm going to take Glow so that I can start supporting the cost of Reflect. Also going to upgrade Lethality for the higher multiplier. Nice. Reflect, Crush Under. Strike backline. I think I'm best served just killing the backline. And then I've still got a Reap in hand to be able to kill... Nice. Frontline the turn after. Only taking 3 damage for having done so. one Subblade will solve this next flaw. Bag of Preparation. Started combat with 2 additional energy. There's also the Cosmic Indifference, but this early can't not take royalties. I want Glow upgraded. Game Piece. Whenever you play a power, draw a card. I also want my high damage cards upgraded. Improve the multipliers with which we are working. Royalties, Venerate, Defend. Falling Star. Oof. Tough. $45 splits the enemy with the double damage and then 45 on top of it. 75 rather, additional % on top of it. Reap, and then next turn I'm drawing into Kingly Kick and we kill there. Ripple Basin, Summon Forth, Kingly Kick, and Glimmer. I don't think Summon Forth is right for us, because we only really care if we're using the multiplier. The Sovereign Blade isn't really that strong independently, so we'll take the Glimmer. Relic for Meal Ticket, heal 15 HP whenever you enter a shop. We will take the rest here so that I can take the additional Elite comfortably. Venerate into Reflect. Perfect outcome for that turn. Very happy to see it. Oh, this is tough. Crush and strike. Best I can do. Take 10 to the dome. Oh, that's incoming damage. I really want to play royalties, but I don't think I can afford the HP it would cost me here. So I use speed pots. Make that turn a little bit more comfortable. Nice. And then finish you off. Galactic Dust for every 10 energy, stars spent. Gain 10 block and charge. I'll take that as a way to counter the beckons. Fresnel Lens so that I can start shoring up our defense even better. I think it'll also help. I'm wary here that I want an upgrade really badly. But I also don't have the defense to really support taking that. Lethality, Venerate, and 10 damage or set up our Sov Blade. 10. I'm going to put Beckon back in the deck. Defend and royalties. Oh, God, I forgot I was going to draw it. Oh, game piece. Okay, charge destroys 2 Beckons at least. That worked really well. Glow to draw, Venerate as well, and I'll just throw the Falling Star for damage that turn. Because I've got enough stars to do that. Glimmer. Oh, no. Puts Kingly Kick back atop the deck. The enemy's not taking additional damage this turn, so... Conqueror end turn. Oh, wait. Kingly Kick. Minion Die Bomb. Strike and back in. Our damage is okay. Yeah, it's the defense that's the problem. 1, 2, 2 health left, that's okay. Only 2 health I need. See? Not a problem. Didn't even break a sweat. Big Bang. I think we need the additional resources at the top of the fight. I think the Smith would be interesting if it was a long-term fight, but new. I need to make my short-term fight better. Seal of Gold, additional energy, or Brightest Flame. We can do a lot of work with that additional energy, given the energy cost of the deck. And with royalties, it's even easier to pay for it. I'm going to take this left path to hit both shops. Star Potion, Graded Reflect, yes please. Lethality, Defend, Royalty, and... Ooh! Rush Under lowers the damage a lot. Backline takes itself out. 18... Puts you within 2 strikes range, and 10 puts you within 2 strikes range as well. Kingly Kick, Glitter Stream, Celestial Might. Just given how undefended I felt last floor, I feel like the right choice is to take Glitter Stream, which double dips on the Nimble bonus that it has, increasing both the defense it gives us on the turn that we play it, and the turn after. Lethality, Big Bang, Flow. Royalties, Glitter Stream. And that'll almost full defend us. And then 47 kills you next turn. GG. Cosmic Indifference, Crush Under, Spoils of Battle. Cosmic Indifference to put the Kingly Kick back atop the deck is reasonable, but I think the deck is about... It's not energy efficient enough to try and take that, I don't think. I'll pay 50 gold for an upgrade in the starting hand for the Elite Combat. Enchant attacks with Sharp. I mean, that's okay for... the last run where I had Celestial Might that isn't this run. Perhaps. Or remove a card from the deck. Catastrophe seems pretty cool here as well. Half the time Catastrophe seems pretty cool. Do I go oddly smooth? I think I go oddly smooth. Then, after this Dorito, see what we can do. Venerate, defend, defend. Then strike best. Glimmer the royalties back atop the deck. Not exactly what I wanted to see that turn. Falling Star, Glitter Stream, and then Strike. Without lethality out, I don't really care about the Conqueror Sovereign Blade. That reflect is actually large enough to be impactful, and I'll also throw Kingly Kick. Lethality will draw a card here as well. I can get into my next cycle by doing so. Hey! I get Weaken as a setup for Reapin. I don't know. So I drop a defend there. So 9 after 47. It's not going to be lethal without generating additional damage in this hand. It's also not like a reasonable defensive version of this hand. Let's have a look at the attack potion. Well. Shame I can't play royalties, but Kusaragama. Every time you play 3 attacks this turn, deal 6 damage to all enemies. Child of the Star, Wrought in War, and Radiante. No need for any of these things. Bang would love to be in the opening hand reliably, and we get an additional energy on top of that additional energy. Let's cut a strike from the deck and take Finesse that has the Nimble upgrade, so it's 6 block for free. Then I want to see any of the higher damage cards upgraded, so there's a higher ace damage on the card that gets multiplied. I couldn't have told you this was going to be a shot, but I wouldn't have acted the same if that would, if I'd known. I wouldn't have done it like that. 18's 32. I got 32 for a single target this turn available. Yeah, I'll do it. Royalties back atop the deck just so that we're guaranteed to get it. And that'll solve it next turn. Beautiful. Cloak of Stars upgraded. Second Conqueror. I don't think I have enough stars to be able to take that Cloak of Stars. I am open to the second Conqueror, though. I really think that's going to be actually impactful. Glowing to Reflect gives us a huge amount of defense this turn. I'll go Royalty Strike and then just finish him off next, so that's fine. GG. Volnpot and Orbit versus Glow. I'm very open to Orbit, given that I spent a lot of my turns just dropping one big attack. Let's Glitter Stream, turn around, Venerate, and then I'll actually defend rather than Crush Under. Orbit Lethality, Falling Star to turn around, and then Reflect to take advantage. I couldn't have chosen a better order of cards for these first 2 turns so far, by the by. This one's interesting, because this, I think, is the turn that I need to set Reflect up for the future. Just tough stuff to do. So that means I'm going to use Conqueror to turn around, and then double defend and then do nothing? So that next hand has in it already a copy of Reflect, the big defense. I'll use Glimmer to put Kingly Kick back atop the deck. Reflect, Conqueror to turn around. 63 damage to a single target. Not half bad, but I can do better. Let's charge 2 worst in the draw. $141 on Rocket. Finish you with the minion dive bomb. Turn back around and then weaken the final claw. Nice. We use the vulnerability pod as well as the Conqueror that turn to spike the damage so that we could just instantly kill one of the claws, which is, it's just proof perfect of what I've been saying this deck is capable of the whole time. I am very glad to see that it actually is capable of the thing, because sometimes I'll tell you the deck is capable of a certain thing, and then, you know, have to start another run very soon thereafter. And that'll do the job. Hit him with the Sovereign Blade next turn. Decisions? Decisions. Yeah, I got the resources for that, actually. What I want to cast with it is a little more, unclear to me. What do I think about guns? It's the ability to destroy a couple of Withers next floor. Not that many, unfortunately. Alright, I will take the decisions. Choose 4 cards in your deck, enchant them with Swift 2. It's the only one of these that I'll even really consider. Yeah. Tough break, but I'll take it. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. And it'll help a lot. Especially because Big Bang is now going to give us 2 cards first time we play it. I'm happy to put it on powers, like Lethality and Orbit. And royalties, sure. There you go. Now they have much lower deck cost. And then there were 2. And then there were 1. Just gonna make sure I wait until royalties is out before I do the final attack. Perfect. I'm thinking that second orbit seems better more and more. Yeah, I'm coming around on that second orbit. 150. I feel like every time I see that I consider it, and then every single time I come down on the answer 150. I don't know. I just think it's right. Falling Star, Sovereign Blade. Go Falling Star, Conqueror, Sov Blade for 54. A basic strike out there, and then Glitter Stream. $57.18 and GG. We get an upgrade to Conqueror. We also get 30 gold and a Defend upgrade. Not bad. Ollie Smooth Stone for 2 random relics. Now, here's the thing. Yeah. I think I can do that. I think the other relics might be worth more. Yeah, the Rainbow Ring, the first thing to play an attack, a power, and a skill each turn, gain 1 strength and 1 dex. That's worth a lot more than 1 dex. Gotta get that Kingly Kick back atop the deck. I'm gonna Glimmer the Kingly Kick back to the top of the deck and then Reflect. Now taking no damage this turn. I'm setting up the back line of something fierce. Okay, backliner dies, striking me here. Frontliner is now set up for Reap. GG. Okay, blow summon for Shining Strike. No need of those. Lethality into Orbit. I'll Glow and Big Bang. Nice. Now I've got decisions here. Which, you know what? Yeah. Let's charge. And I'm going to destroy those strikes in the draw pile, and that Ascender's Bane, and that other Orbit in the draw pile, and then... what about those defends? Yeah, let's go aggressive. Reap to kill one of the constructs. Great. 2, 3. Perfect. 30 HP left on you, and oh boy, that's gotta be enough damage. I'm open to that, Catherlight. Very open to it. So open to it, in fact, that I already took it. I'd love to see Venerate upgraded. Gremlin Horn, whenever you gain an energy... whenever you kill an enemy, gain an energy and draw a card. Then I'll hug the right side here, upgrade the second orbit. Start with a big bang, because I want to play lethality, but gotta handle my defense first. Orbit. I want to play the other orbit, actually. That will cause me to take 3 damage that turn, but now I've got both orbits in play, and I think that's probably worth a lot more. Let's charge through Strike Clumsy. I don't really have a decision. I don't really want to just risk playing Glimmer. Sorry, but playing the decisions Glimmer. I will put Reflect back atop the deck just to prepare for the next turn, though. Reflects, Venerate, second Reflects, and big old Kingly Kick. Soul Blade 2. Nice. Big old whap of damage back in your direction. Oh, Kingly Kick is just enough damage for the kill there. We'll take Anchor and no more. Thank you. Heavenly Drill. I feel like I don't get to utilize that. I don't start my turn with enough energy or generate enough energy over the course of a turn to really be able to use the Heavenly Drill as for its value of X4 or more. Okay, I'm gonna remove a strike. I'm gonna take a Star Potion and a Block Potion. Just gonna fill out our potion slots. Keep us comfortable that way. Cool. I'm gonna decisions and then hit Reflect here. So we'll be reflecting all damage the enemy does for the next 3 turns, and this enemy does big damage. Not huge damage for every one of the first 3 turns. So it does big damage pretty much every turn. Yeah, exactly. So it'll be pretty worthwhile. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it did 31, 28, 31. That's pretty big damage every turn. I think that's fair to say. Orbit, Reflect, and let's Glimmer that Kingly back to the top of the deck. Another 31 right back at you. All of this has just been happening while I've been defending. Sadly, I'm gonna have to attack this turn. Oh, wait a second. Have I got lethal? Yep, GG. I thought I was gonna have to use a potion to secure that. Explosive Ampule, not that important. I think we've already dealt with our energy problems, so I don't think Hegemony is the way we're looking for it. I will say, actually, Know Thy Place is important for this deck. Being able to apply vulnerability without actually having to use an attack, which then breaks our lethality. I think that's important enough to buy and then upgrade as quickly as possible there. Let's start with Orbit. I'll charge. Yeah, before Big Bangin'. Alright, pretty decent damage, I think. Even better defense. Know Thy Place. I think it was like Glitter Stream, Gather Light. Alright, I'll royalties, even though it draws us into a cut. Oh no! The lethality! my lethality! I wanted that. Oh boy, our damage just got severely crushed. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts a lot. I'm gonna look at this colorless spot, see if I can find a discovery into bundle of joy, into splash, into berry. Look, that's enough damage to be able to kill that frontliner. So, you know, is it how I wanted to do it? No. Just, yeah, it's not. But is it how we did it? That's a different question. There you are, buddy. That's the best I can do for you. 45 incoming. The enemy got hit by Conqueror at the top of the turn. We'll drop a decisions in order to... Glitter Stream is more block forward. Like, it'll block other turns. Reflect does damage back. Let's block preemptively for next turn as well here. Then Splash for... I haven't played that many Ethereal cards this combat. I'll take Sunder, just throw it for damage. Charge through a Defend and then a Bury that I'm just never going to be able to play again. Drop Strike on the field end that turn. Thank you for playing that from the top deck. I'm going to Glimmer just to get the Reap here. Sawblade, throw that this cycle as well. Yeah, it's this next cycle I'm not at all eager for. Let's Glow for the card draw. Glitter Stream. Nice. Yeah, that's 60 damage turn. Okay, we've got vulnerability access. That's important. But I can only use that vulnerability access if I give up gaining an additional star. So I have to use my star potion to guarantee that I have the ability to reflect as well. And then I'll also drop a block pot, because that's 12 block and 12 damage at the same time, leaving us only a power pot to play in the next combat. I want to get Know Thy Place. That's not Know Thy Place. That's annoying. Okay. Know Thy Place, Conqueror, Solve Blade for 76. We'll Glimmer, throw a minion dive bomb back to the top of the deck. I'll Splash to get a free Reap. Glitter Stream, Reap next turn, GG. And then it's just about how do I turn this one power potion into a win in this final fight. Let's see. I mean, Sword Sage is helpful, but it's the defense that's going to kill us. It's not our damage that's going to kill us in this fight. Really. No, give me the solve. Charge through two of the worst cards in the draw pile. Then Conqueror. 46 twice. Orbit. Lethality. Yes. Big reflect and big defend. Great. So the enemy will die during their turn here, giving me kind of just like a turn to do nothing. I was hoping for that to be a little bit more impactful, but that's okay. Orbit, Glitter Stream, Finesse. Perfect. The enemy's doing less damage. We get 73 with the Kingly Kick. Gain another strength and a dex as well. 44 incoming this turn. Sovereign Blade would be lethal just by itself. Definitely time to decide on some reflection. I'll charge a minion dive bomb through that royalties. I don't need it. Love to retain this block for another turn. Glow, reflects, and glitter stream. I'll drop double Conqueror. And then if I do nothing for the rest of the turn, I block almost all the incoming damage. It's just about setting up a Conqueror Soul Blade now. Especially with vulnerability. No, that place Venerate and Reflect. Alright, one more Subblade and that'll do it. 48. Can I save myself against 48 incoming damage this turn is the big question then. Glimmer for the draw. We get down to a Reflect. I'm not currently capable of playing that Reflect. I don't think I can. I think I'm dead here. Yep. One turn from the end of the fight and we're light on defense. Yeah, of course. 24 more. Yeah, 24 more. Easily would have done it. Keeping more stars last turn, or managing to keep more stars on any earlier turn, in fact, would have been enough for the win here. GG. Oh! Dang. That's okay. We did get the lethality out to do most of our work for us. The deck was extremely smooth, using royalties as well to pay for the Seal of Gold. Very, very comfortable. Getting enough energy consistently from the double orbit play as well. I mean, it's we definitely had like big turns of defense, but they were kind of far apart. It worked most of the time until it didn't. Just a little bit more HP or a little bit more defense on that turn. We easily would have just conquered them the turn after. So we're having a streak recently of getting to the second boss and then dying right the turn before victory would have arrived. That's okay. We'll find the way to keep those additional turns on our side rather than the enemies in the next episode. Until then, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content of the game past, present, and future. A special thanks this episode to Matthew. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.